Hi everyone! Today I'd like to read to you a little bit more from my book, The Book of Stamps, and I'm going to jump to chapter 3, so it's called The Hunters. Ophelia wandered towards the secret garden that was hidden through deep green bushes, thick with foliage that sectioned off parts of the ground surrounding the house. There were bows in her hair again, and in the morning she had been scrubbed clean in scummy soap water quite against her will. This had put her in a bad mood, and there had followed much protest to the pretty frilly frocks she had been presented with after. She had settled instead for her favourite cotton pinafore and a checked ribbon for her hair to match. She had made up her mind to see Harry that day, as compensation for the affront of bathing that had so startled her temperament earlier. After a picnic meal with her family and many aunts and uncles and their families, she stole away, having eaten very little, with a raspberry juice stain around her mouth. She was not sure if anyone actually knew of the secret garden. It was almost as if it appeared and disappeared, sometimes when she scrambled through its leafy entrance. Some days she could not find it, but today she was determined to search for it until it was there. As it turned out, she barely had to look at all, as she stumbled into it straight away, setting foot through its gate of bushes. The light was dim inside, as always. A canopy of tree branches and creepers intertwined guarded the garden as much from the skies as it was hidden from the ground around it. She looked about, climbing over some stone relics which spoke of constructions that were no more. Each time she entered the garden, it seemed, she came in through a different point, not something that concerned her young mind, but a curiosity nevertheless. This time there grew small red berries on bushes in the garden, their leaves so dark a green that it made the light seem even dimmer. She stepped gingerly over twigs and plants that made coils and traps for her feet, venturing deeper into the garden. She stopped and stood for a while in a spotlight of sunshine that had broken through the covering above. As she stood peering at the golden splash of sky overhead, she heard a sudden flurry of breaking twigs, and by the time she looked back down, Harry was making his way to land beside her with little grace or poise. He was in a bad mood too. So this is part of chapter 3 from my book, The Book of Stamps. So this is the book. And I will put a link to where you can actually read the story and where you can buy this book. So it's available on Kindle, it's available in paperback, it's available globally. And it is an enchanting story. It's a story that crosses from the past to the present, and where it all kind of intertwines, a bit like these creepers and tree branches that we're talking about here. So if you read the book, I hope you love it. And as well as that, I hope that you have a very good day and that you look after yourself. And I'll see you again soon.